That was last July. We went out to Gimli to go out on the Namao and get a presentation from the Lake Winnipeg Research Consortium. The committee had the opportunity to ask questions and get the information on what the consortium does and the information on the lake and its watershed.
What we're finding with this watershed, it is immense, and usually the larger the watershed, the greater impact it can have on a water body. What we're finding is the Red River Basin is a hotspot for nutrients. And right now, the rest of the watershed contributes comparatively little in terms of nutrients. And that is under the current climate regime, which is a lot of rainfall in this area. When that changes, the response of the watershed will also change. It's very dynamic.
Well, it was a very interesting presentation for us. What strikes us is the difference between how the media reports the situation in Lake Winnipeg and how the consortium talks about it.
And now people say, oh, Lake Winnipeg's dying, without really understanding what they're saying. And I mean, I even read that there seems to be this image in people's minds that there's a growing dead zone and it gets bigger every year and it will kill the lake. And based on these data, that's simply not true.
Media always says that it's the most endangered, and what Karen says, which is, or Dr. Scott says, which is, it's understudied.
We're only just starting in understanding what this system's all about. We have the climatic changes within the watershed, which are more on a decade scale. We have the local conditions, the weather, the area in the lake, clarity in the water, and then exotic species, all sorts of things. And even just the development around the lake. I mean, that's habitat. So it's rather complicated. And unfortunately, Lake Winnipeg is a very understudied lake.
So we'll go aboard now. And what we'll do first is we'll go up to the bridge.
The next day we went out on, well, we didn't go out on the Namao, the weather wouldn't let us, but we went out and toured the Namao, and we got to see all the research areas and all the boat, and we talked to the captain and the crew and kind of got a better idea of what it's like for them out there all summer.
It's not just a matter, okay, we're solving one problem, we're monitoring for all other problems at the same time. Are we getting anything else coming in? Are we getting foreign species? Are we getting different chemicals now coming in? And trying to keep them from getting to be where it's going to affect the fishing industry and the health of the lake.
To get the academic community more involved in research was really important. And as a first step, we started a graduate student scholarship, and it couldn't have happened as quickly as it did without the MGEU's support, very generous donation that got it going in 2011. This year's recipients, one was a lake person and one was a watershed person.
The MGEU is very much on board. They understand the importance of this, and I believe the committee will go forward and continue to support this very worthy cause.
Is that maybe a little too cash?
Say hi, Brenda.